Happy February, Facebook. We are going live on Instagram here in a moment. We are live. Happy February, everybody. Today we are talking about 5 activities to get the ball rolling for the month of February. Now, why is this important? Well, it's new energy. We're actually celebrating a new lunar moon, and we are 3 days shy from the Mercury retrograde that everyone has been feeling. You know, that feeling of stuckness, just kind of yuck feeling. And we are 3 days away from actually being done with that. February 4th is going to be the end of Mercury retrograde, which this month is really exciting already, just knowing that alone. So if you've been feeling funky and wonky and negative, guys, it's soon to be over. Then we have the whole month of February to really rock out and create abundance in our lives, whether that be financially, love, experiences, romance even, and opportunities to bring to us so that we can really create the business that we ultimately want. So happy February, you guys, and I hope you guys are excited about it. Okay, so when we are talking about the new month, there is a lot of things that we are needing to really understand with the new month. And one of the things that we want to understand is, well, what is it that we want to create? What is it that we want to have for the month of February? Do we want to create more clients to come to us? Do we want to create, who knows, maybe we want to materialize an amazing vacation to come to us, or maybe we want to finish that program that we've been yearning to finish and we just have not put the time in. What is it that you want to create for the month of February? If you don't have clients yet and it's 2022, do you want to have clients for the month of February? Do you want to have clients? Okay, so what is it, number one, do you want to create for the month of February? So happy February. Let's start thinking about that. Start jogging your mind. It is a new month for a reason. It's kind of almost like a cleansing. For me, this is the new January, because all of the month of January, I was doing a lot of learning, consuming, healing, letting go, a lot of, letting go of false realities that I kind of held on to in 2021, and really coming from a place of observing the energy that I was exuding and also what I was attracting into my life and into my business. All of that happened in January. So going into February is really exciting for me. I don't know about you guys, if you guys kind of started off January a little slow, or if you guys kind of hit it, with crazy energy the 1st of January, but I didn't. And I don't think I'm the only person that kind of felt that energy as well. Considering, we're in the Mercury retrograde kind of situation. Anybody I talk to always tells me, oh my God, it's Mercury retrograde, and that's the reason why. I'm not happy with, my results. Whatever reason it is, I need you guys to start thinking about it being February 1st and letting go of all of those things in January. And then coming in to this new month with new energy, new vibes, new opportunities. Okay, so let's jump in. So February activities that are profitable for spiritual entrepreneurs. And number one is to deepen your spiritual practices. One of the things that I think I let go towards the end of 2021 was my spiritual practices. I got really busy with the holidays. I didn't journal as much. I didn't pull cards as much as I usually do. I did meditate. I do my daily chants because that's just a part of my inner dialogue. That's the way I control my inner dialogue, is through my daily chants and meditations. However, I wasn't as rigorous with journaling, with hello Loretta, talk to you soon. with journaling, with pulling my tarot cards and allowing spirit to really be in my life and guide me. Okay, so in January, I really took time to ensure that I incorporated that in my business and also in my daily practices. So for the month of February, if you have let that part of your practices go, your spiritual practices, do that for the month of February. Commit to doing spiritual practices for the month of February if you've let it go. And some spiritual practices could be meditations. You could do some daily chants, maybe some affirmations. You could do cards. If you pull cards and you feel comfortable with pulling cards, do that. It is so divine and so, you just feel so connected. I know I do. When I pull cards, and it really does resonate with me, I feel so connected to source. I feel so connected to the light. I feel so connected to my guides and my angels, because that's who I call in to help me and guide me and find and discover a new perspective, maybe some guidance in my current situation, whatever that may be that I'm experiencing in that moment. I feel super connected. And I'm super grateful, and I feel like there's this like sense of you're not alone in this journey when I pull cards. So if you guys have not delved into pulling cards for yourself and you're kind of like, I'm kind of curious with what would happen if I did, I would suggest you do it. However, if you kind of are like, ew, that kind of freaks me out, don't do it. Only if you're curious about that and you kind of are like wondering, what's that magical thing about pulling cards? Then I would suggest you to incorporate that into your spiritual practices. Now, if you have someone you work with that does pull cards, ask that person to do that. I actually pull cards for my clients. If you're my client and you ask me, hey Maria, can you pull a card for me? I am all for that. I love doing that with my clients. It's a part of, really going into the spiritual aspect of what your guides are telling you, what your angels are saying to be and do and have in the current moment of your business and in your life. Okay, so I didn't mean for that phone to ring, but that is the first activity for spiritual entrepreneurs in February. Deepen your spiritual practices. Number 2, get really comfortable with self-expression. Okay, get really comfortable with self-expression, meaning I want you to start expressing yourself, the good and the bad, in any way possible, whether that be through journaling, whether that be through podcasting, and I encourage my clients to do podcasting. Loretta, we're going to talk about that today, about, really expressing yourself, your feelings, how things are happening for you, the fears that come up, celebrating your wins, whatever it is that you have inside here. Expressing yourself is what the soul desires ultimately. Self-expression in all aspects, whether that be I feel shitty today, or whether that be I feel super on fire today, whether that be I feel like I didn't do a good job being a mom, or whether that be I didn't do a good job being a wife, or whether that be I'm kicking ass at being a business coach. Whatever it is, being able to express yourself in any form, written, talking, which I prefer if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, talking as a self-expression, whether that be podcasting or maybe doing videos like this and throwing them up on YouTube and having them unlisted so they're not public yet until you're comfortable. Whatever it is, I need you guys to start doing that and practicing this activity, because this self-expression allows you to actually put things that's in your head naturally, because your brain is thinking, and actually putting it out into words and conveying the message to your audience and also to your higher self. So what happens here is that when you do express yourself, your higher self kind of starts actualizing. Okay, the term actualizing means fruitioning. Like it's almost like you're calling things into existence. I am going to be a successful business owner. You're calling things into existence. And as you self-express, you're constantly calling things into existence. And that is the power that we all have. And in order for us to utilize that power, we actually have to speak it out and talk it out. Not only just keep it in our heads, but also convey it to ourselves energetically as we speak about it. There's an energetic connection that happens, and it kind of reverberates into the world. And when you speak to your desires, your feelings, and you honor your feelings, you feel even better. There's no growing up we're always told, hey, be quiet, right? Or we are told, hey, you're being too much, or you are being too whiny or too bratty or too excited, or this or that. It's kind of like we're being told to be quiet and kind of simmer down. And when we're adults, it's hard for us to kind of undo those learnings when we haven't practiced it, because all we've been told growing up is to be the fuck quiet, right? Hey, be the fuck quiet. Like, hey, don't express yourself too much because people might not like you. Or, hey, don't show your uniqueness too much because they're going to judge you and you're going to be outcasted. And that is debilitating when we are going into starting a business. And the reason why it is so hard is because we want approval from others. And once we let go of the idea that people only like us because we are conforming to the idea of who they want us to be, once we let go of that idea, we can actually fulfill what we ultimately want to be. The uniqueness of us, the crazy kookiness of us, the loving and also bitchy side of us, the generous but also frugal side of us, the mean side of us sometimes, okay, but then also the kind and soft and understanding side of us. And in order for us to really express that or accept that for ourselves and love that, we get to express that. And so self-expression, I think, is one of the biggest things to learn about yourself when you are growing a business and attracting clients. Self-expression. Good morning, Court. Let me take a breath. Okay, so self-expression, guys, out of everything, even the last part where we make offers to people, out of everything, self-expression is the one that I really want you guys to take into February and really hammer into everything you do. Self-expression. Okay, because there's healing involved with self-expression. There is loving your good and your bad with self-expression. It is honoring your feelings. It is boosting your confidence. And then it's also attracting people of like-minded. So if you are out here trying to find clients, you only want to work with clients who are like you, right? You don't want to work with clients who are kind of just lower vibration, negative energy, who are not coachable, who are just timid about the whole thing. You don't want to have that. In order for you to repel those clients, you get to showcase your uniqueness and who you are through self-expression. Okay, that's number 2, guys. Number 3, and this is the fun part. This is when you actually start talking to people. Outreach and engagement. So it's one thing when you create content, right? You can create content all day long and post every single day, 3 times a day. But if you don't do engagement and you don't actually go say hi to people, the content you're creating doesn't really help. So you get to start outreach, the outreach process. For my clients, if you know what that means, and Loretta will go over that together, that really just means saying hi to people and saying, hey, this is what I do. Hey, this is what I do. Hey, love your account, love what you do. This is also what I do. And the problem with new businesses is that there's an obscurity problem. People don't know that you exist yet. And that's where, how you bridge the gap from that is either you pay for the traffic or you go out and get the traffic on your own. And I don't really promote or recommend paying for traffic just yet until you actually know what you really sell and really know your services and your language that you use when you are promoting. Okay, once you really fine tune that, then that's when I would recommend buying traffic. However, in the beginning, I recommend doing your own traffic, which means you do your own legwork, which means you go out and say hi to people. You go out and get creative on the sources of finding leads. For example, I talked about this in my most recent live, how to find leads. You can get creative with going to different platforms. Like one of my clients is killing it in this app called Nextdoor app. So what that is, it's only within the location you live in, and she is finding clients through this app. Now, majority of her business is through that app. However, she does have Instagram, business as well. But the point here is that she's gotten creative on how to find leads. And as a business owner, that's what you got to do. You got to start getting creative on how you find people. Where do my people hang out at? And most of the time, you won't know instantly. However, once you start asking your question to the universe does this weird thing where it puts it in your face. Here they are. Right? Bam, here they are. And all you got to do is be open to it. Ask the right question. Where are my clients? Where can I find my clients? Where can I find my clients? And then there you go. You'll find some weird thing that happens, and then you'll find an answer to your question. And then you can come to me and bounce ideas off if you're my client. If you're not my client, DM me a question, and I'm willing and happy to answer that for you. However, get creative on doing outreach and engagement. That's number 3. Number 4 is after you're doing outreach and engagement, you're also going to offer them, hey, do you want time with me? I can actually talk to you for a moment of time, and we can go over X, Y, and Z depending on what it is that you render as a service. Be of service. Be of service. And this is where a lot of people get hung up on when they are not seeing traction in their marketing, when they're not seeing results, or not a lot of people are actually clicking the link or jumping on their email list or booking a call. They kind of stay in this I knew this wasn't going to work energy. I knew this wasn't going to work energy. And that energy, you guys, is a block. So I need you guys to recognize and police yourself from when that energy happens and you notice it, to saying, okay, this is the energy that Maria says that will come up. And what that energy is your ego. Your ego is just saying, hey, it's told you this isn't going to work. You might as well quit and go do your day job thing that you usually do. That's what your ego is trying to do. It's allowing you to stay safe and not try new things and not explore and discover new opportunities. And as an expert and as a spiritual entrepreneur, you get to police your ego. Okay, police your ego and say, hey, ego, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, but it's not real. You are not the driver of my business. You are not the driver of my life. Okay, I am going to repeat that. Police your ego. You are not, and you're going to say, tell your ego, you're not the driver of my business. You're not the driver of my life. You're not the driver of my relationships. And who is? Your higher vision, your highest vision of you and your life and your business, and the love and compassion you have for other people. Really, if you look at the vision of what you're looking to do, it's usually connected to community, if you think about it. It's always connected to helping people, right? It's either you want to invent something to help people, or you want to render time with people so that you can spew your passion and your love to them and allow them to have a better life. It's always community. It's always community. If you look at the higher vision, your goal in your life, right? And when you connect to that higher vision, the community you're serving, being of service is easy. But if you don't connect to that community, even like the idea of the community, let's say you haven't even really tapped into the community yet and you don't really know that community yet, like physically have talked to anybody, and you're brand new to outreach and engagement and being of service, the idea of the community is what starts the community to fruition. Again, you're talking things into existence. Okay, we're being prophets into our lives. You know, you're being a prophet into how your business unfolds. No one else is going to be a prophet for you, because everybody else is doing their own thing. Everyone else is like working their 9 to 5, raising kids, making moves, you know, whatever thing that they're doing. No one's going to profit for you. You get to profit your own life. Okay, you get to be a prophet in your own life. So what does that mean? What does that mean when you're being of service? That means you no longer think inward. You're thinking outward for your community. That's why I say connect to the idea of your community. Who are they? Who are these people? Are they women? Are they women of color? Are they working? Are they execs? Are they in this career versus that career? Are they creatives? Are they in the US or are they international? Think about where they're at, who they are, what's their energy. Energy is the biggest one, because energy will tell you where are they energetically. Are they kind of feeling low and stuck and sad, but they really want to rise higher and they're really seeking for someone to help them and guide them, right? Energy is really magnetic. So let's say energetically you can psychically see who your community is. You can psychically feel it, hear it, see it, sense it, right? And you just call them in. Hey, this is who I am. Loretta, if you haven't seen the meditations library yet, towards the end, there is a client attraction meditation, and it literally says, who needs my help? I am here, come and find me. Who needs my help? I am here, come and find me. So do that. It's in module 1 under the library meditation. So be of service, get out of your own way. Your ego is not your amigo. As my old business coaching company, the person who ran it and was like the face of the company, his mantra was, your ego is not your amigo. Okay, last one, you guys. Once you're being of service, now you're going to make an offer to people. Hey, now that we've talked together, now you kind of know what I do, now that you've received a little bit of an idea of what your problem is because you're being of service, now you make the offer. Okay, you make the offer, you say your pitch, you say, I am the best person to help you. I am the very best person to help you. I am the very best person. Yeah, Courtney, you did the client attraction meditation. Yes. Yeah. I do it out of the shag. So a little bit about what I do. I think you already know what I do, Courtney. I have about 10 more minutes. When I shower at night, so I'll go in my shower and I'll connect to the light in my shower, and I do like a cleanse, right? I imagine like water just kind of cleansing the day and cleansing the lower vibration. But aside from that, the whole experience of being in the shower and then getting out of the shower and doing all the stuff you do once you're done with the shower, that is when I call in all of my amazing clients. I even bless my new clients. I bless my current clients, even my past clients. You guys are done with me? Hey, you're still receiving blessings from me. Because we are that powerful. You, I, whoever we are, as long as you're alive and you have a heart beating, you can actually bless other people. You don't have to be a monk on a mountain to bless people. It's all about the intention of what you use in your mind. As you say, I bless all of my clients. I bless everyone that has come and visited me on my virtual profiles. I bless everyone who has seen me and thought of me. I send you guys love ahead of time. You can bless every single person, even your enemies. Even my enemies, even those who have ill will against me, I send you blessings and love. And I hope that negativity washes away today. right? Because it's not about you, it's usually about them. So blessing out is also a great way to be of service. Making offers, though, is one of the things where you get to get really good. Hey, Patty, how are you? Making offers, you get to be really good at your pitch. So your pitch kind of consists of, I am the very best person to help you with that. I am the very best person to help you with that. And when you master saying, I am the very best person to help you with that, your energy aligns with that statement. I am the very best person to help you with that. I am the very best person to help you with that. And when you start saying this, say this to yourself every day. I am the very best person to help these people with this. I am the very best person. And when you say this, you embody it, you internalize that feeling, and when you get the opportunity to actually make the offer, you're almost like ready to go. You kind of put your shoes on into that expertise feeling, and then you go and you say, this is what I do. Let me know if you're interested, right? I am the very best person to help you with that. Make your offer. That's the statement I want you to remember. So 5 things for spiritual entrepreneurs for the month of February, and I want you guys to really infuse this into your day, into your week, into your 4 weeks ahead. Spiritual practices, deepening your spiritual practices, self-expression, allowing yourself to express yourself, the good and the bad, either through journaling, podcasting, creating a video, even through art. One of my clients does paintings, and she does it with her daughter, and that is a way of self-expression as well. So how can you creatively self-express? And it doesn't necessarily have to be like what I'm doing here, but you can get creative, painting, writing a book even, maybe a short novel. If you are a blogger, you can express yourself through that. Number 3 is outreach and engagement, saying hi to your audience, saying hello to new people and making contact. And then number 4 is being of service, getting out of your own way. Your ego is not your amigo, okay? You get to be a prophet into your own business by being of service to people, to your community, connecting to your community. Even if you don't know your community yet, you can create the idea in your head of who you want to serve. And if you don't know the logistics of that, you can just feel that energy. What kind of energy are they at? Are they lower vibration? They really are seeking your support. Oh, my alarm just went off. Making reels is also an art and way to express ourselves. Yes, reels is so much fun, and then you get to choose really fun audio for reels. I think that for me, the audios I'm choosing lately are like more like music audios, and then I do like a fun like photo like thing, like a photo reel. You can do talking ones. You can do like 5 tips for the week ones, okay? But you can have fun with that and probably reach more people. And then last one, guys, is make offers. Make offers to work together and do a call to action. So anytime you post something, you get to tell your audience what to do next. Hey, jump on my email list. Hey, click the link. Hey, book a call, right? What is your call to action? If you don't have a call to action, let's discuss that. But I think most of you guys have a call to action. Make sure every post you have, you create a call to action. That's how you make offers. Also, when you do conversations like this, make an offer like right now. Hey guys, if you guys need more help, click the link. It's going to be here in the description. Book a call. Let's talk this week. Just like that. That's what you would do, okay? And that is pretty much it for my February activities for spiritual entrepreneurs. Out of every single thing, though, you guys, the most important one is self-expression. Really express yourself, like what Patty said, make reels. Really, be honest and honor your feelings. If you feel shitty today, make a reel about that, but make it cool and funny and like, make it you, right? Or journal about it. Create a YouTube video. Do a podcast. For me, I used to do podcasting before I became anything. I would podcast on my way to work. I would podcast on my lunch break. I would podcast on my way home. And this is where I really learned how to articulate myself, is through podcasting. And that was the start of who I am today, a podcaster. And then I wrote a book. And then guess what? I have clients who are spiritual entrepreneurs, and I call myself a business coach now. So I want you guys to start being open. How can you guys start self-expressing yourself all the time? All the time. Even for my lives, I do a lot of self-expressions. I'll weave in things that are happening into my day. For example, we just got back from California yesterday, right? I was exhausted. We did laundry, we cleaned, we got the kids cleaned up. We did everything that we needed to do as soon as we got home, and then today dropped, and bam, 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 bam. I'm part of a PTA in this kid's school, which I'm responsible for doing the newsletters for and it's February, so I did that real quick, got the approval from the principal, printed them out at the school, put them in all the teachers' boxes, all before I did this live, and then I'm about to go on a client call here. But the point I'm making is that you can be super busy, you can be, super like packed with things, but you can still find time to do what you love, and you can still find time to self-express, right? This live for me is a self-expression, and I feel like I'm kind of hitting all of it in a sense. All the 5 things I'm hitting in this live. So what can you do in the month of February that's consistent? Every week, once a week, every other week, what can you do that will create for profitable activities for this month, so you can actually have clients come to you or prospects come to you and say, hey, I'm actually interested in working with you. How does this work, right? What are your offers? And this is where, the bulk rolls. Now, one of the things I do want to mention is that if traction doesn't happen immediately, don't get down about it, because there's secret watchers out there. There's secret watchers. They're the ones in the bushes that are just like making a decision. Do I like her? Do I not? Do I like her? Do I not? Is she real? Is she fake? Is she really saying what she's saying? Is it for real, or is she just a ploy to get people's money and run away, right? You gotta be consistent. You gotta be the prophet of your business and your life. And sometimes it takes time for traction to happen. And if you don't allow the unseen to unfold for you, which is the things that you see in the background that you don't see yet, you kind of feel like, all right, the universe is working for me. How can I really align myself and ensure that I dive into the momentum, like really drive this momentum forward instead of stalling it because of the ego? How can I do that? Well, you got to continue to do the 5 things. Deepen your spiritual activities, express yourself, make offers, do outreach, be of service. Okay, once you feel stuck or feel like, why isn't this happening? Come back to these 5 things and rinse and repeat until things start coming in. All right, you guys, I'm jumping on my next call. Have an amazing day, you guys. I can't wait to connect with everyone here. I know a lot of you guys are my clients here, so I will be talking to you guys soon. And oh, can you guys confirm with me if you guys got my tax email last night with the homework? Can you guys reply to the email, because I'm not sure. Some people are not getting the email, and I just want to make sure you guys got it. Okay? All right, guys. Have an amazing day. Mwah. Like that. Facebook is still on. Alright, Facebook, thank you so much. I hope you guys found this valuable. And this is my offer, you guys, if you guys need support, book a call. The link is below, and I will talk to you guys here again soon. Mwah.